Hi everybody. So we finally made it back to finish working on this poster. I tried to zoom it in better so it's on the middle third of the poster. I hope you can hear me okay. You'll see, I'm in my robe and stuff. So I apologize for that, but it's 41 degrees out here, so I didn't know what else to do aside from put on my coat, but this just works better. Anyway, it was 36, and so I left the door open so that some of the heat from the main part of the house could get out here a little bit, but I'm hoping this doesn't get into everything. Anyway, so the heat from the main part of the house did bring the temperature up like 5 degrees, so that's good. But the last couple nights, I thought, you know what, I'll just wait. I thought that was broken, but it's not. I thought I'll just wait until it gets warmer out there, and I'll leave the door open for a while, and then I'll go out and do it. And then I fell asleep both nights. So then I woke up and came and shut this door because the main part of the house was getting cold. So I don't know how many of the videos that I'll actually do in the winter. I would put gloves on because it's kind of cold putting my hand against this table. But I'll probably just have to take extra breaks or something because I can't really use my fingers to blend this out. So what I'm going to do is, right now, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the treetops. And then I'll do the rest of it off camera of the treetops. And then come back for the next parts because I'm trying to make the video not quite as long because now that I'm home, it takes a lot longer to upload the video to YouTube than it did whenever I was in the hotel. However, I'm hoping that you guys can see this better. I did change the lighting out here, so I am hoping that that makes a difference. I guess we'll see when this is done. Matter of fact, I'm going to get up and see if it's even recording, and it is. So hopefully my mic is plugged in and everything's working fine, because I am going to upload this however it comes out. I've just not been having an easy time of coming out here and making it. Sorry about my voice. I don't really know why that's messed up. All right. So what I used was, I guess I could have told you that, but I'm busy complaining about the temperature. I used emerald green and yellow green of the Neocolor 2s. And if I need more shadowing in there, I'll either go in with a brown or black, but most likely black. So then I'm just going to add the water in here. And I don't know what I did. I think it might need brown. But somehow, I don't know where it's at, somewhere in this neighborhood, there ended up being a blue line. I'm not even sure what it was. So I took the tip of this brush and I added a little bit of water, and it didn't do anything to the blue. So it's almost like it was ink or something. I have no idea how it got on there. But when I added the water, it made the brown, it reactivated the brown. So then I was able to take my finger and I just blotted over it to make it thicker over the blue part, and then it didn't show. So I was pretty excited about that because it was pretty noticeable. I don't really know edges there. My finger is not pointy enough. But I like how that gives it that textured look. You know what? Well, you can't see it because I'm sorry, I'm like talking about the dirt. You guys can't even see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to try to tilt this real quick. Well, hopefully. You know what? It'd be better to just move the poster. Anyway, it was down in that neighborhood where I fixed it. But the other thing I was going to say is I didn't activate any of the green on that side. So when I'm off camera, I will also try to do that. I almost didn't have long enough arms to do that. I like to do that when it's just a little bit drier. And I had a little more water on there this time than I expected, but that's okay. I was going to use, because I have some brushes that I had out here, and I was going to use those and dip them in water this time, because I got some different sizes, because I know the last time that didn't work out very well. But then I was just like, it's so cold. Whatever's the quickest is what we're doing today. So. And I should be able to at least do a weekly update. So far, I've been able to do one a week regardless of where I'm at or what I'm doing. So I'm hoping to be able to maintain that. And eventually, I'm hoping to have more than that, but right now, because I've got some things I've got to work out temperature-wise. Because I know in the winter, it's freezing out here, but in the summer, it's like sweltering. So I'm just not happy either way. I guess I just need it to be like 70 degrees year round. I'm sure our plants probably wouldn't like that though. So I'm almost done with this treetop, and then I will pause the video while I go in and finish the other treetops. And then come back in for the next part. Most likely it'll be the trunks, but I have a tendency to change my mind pretty frequently. Anybody know like what would be a better blotter to use than my finger to get this? Would it be like a maybe a wrinkled paper towel or something? Like, I don't want to pick up too much of the paint. It didn't bother me to use my finger. I just didn't know if there was a better option out there. Anyway, I'm going to pause this and catch up the trees. On these little leaves here, I'm just going to use the yellow green on them, with maybe some actual yellow to lighten them up a little bit so that they're lighter than the treetops, and I'm going to do that on all of those. So anyway, I will see you guys in just a bit, although it'll probably be right away for you guys. All right, we're back. I went ahead and colored those light green too. and I added black into the shadows, and then decided to add it to this one because it looked funny after I added it to everything else, but just decided I'd go ahead and do that on camera. One thing I realized when I did not put that black close enough, when I was finishing up the rest of it, is that when I did this first one, I had forgotten how I used these crayons when I lay them down initially before adding water. So as I went along, it got quicker, but it still took a little while, so it's probably best that I did it off camera, because I think it still took an hour. So anyway, it had been a while since I used them. The last time I did a video, whenever I was working on the bottom part of this, was the last time that I used them. I am just doing this little birdhouse. I was confused a little bit. I haven't done anything in her book yet, even though I really like her book. But I know there's usually a duck on the pages, but this has 3 ducks. And I know there's the one called Josette, so I was confused about that. Because there's a family of ducks. And especially the one flying. I've seen ducks fly, but them ducks they're pretty high. And I was going to work on the tree trunk part, but I'm just going to go ahead and save that and this guy for last, because I can do those off camera. I'm using ultramarine right now, but for the sky part, I'm going to be using turquoise blue. So I'll just scribble that down right now, because that's what's going to be in the sky. I'm just not going to get... I thought about adding 2 blues together initially, but I've decided not to. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like when I'm coloring in that sky. And when I go to add the water, the good thing about that turquoise blue is it has a lot of white in it, which gives it kind of more of an opaque look. Anyway, I think it allows it to spread further, because I just want my sky light anyway. So I didn't have to put very much of that down. I'm still, I just like the texture of that. But you have to do it before it dries, and it dries so fast. By the way, while I was off coloring the trees, I did get the temperature in this room up to 52, so it's much more tolerable now, but I still need a couple layers on, so at least my hands aren't as cold as they were. Okay, so I think you get the gist of what I'm doing with the sky here. There's not a whole lot to that. Sometimes it takes these a minute to melt down after you put the water on them. So that's why you'll see me usually just put a quick coat of water on it and then sometimes go back over it Sometimes the blotting it helps too. And that is going to go all the way down here to the bottom, and I'm not going to paint the label part on the bottom, because if I decide to cut these out eventually down the road, that would be the part that would fold under and make the background with this bottom part as the base. Let me see if that's still in camera right. It kind of is. Maybe closer to that. And then I'll just pull it this direction a little. Okay, so that gets that. Then I don't have a gray, but I want a little bit of gray on just the bottoms of these clouds. So I'm putting a few little dots of black. That sky is still a little damp. I guess it dried faster when I don't even know where to wipe my crayon off on. When I was in the house, because I took this page into the main part of the house when I was working on it off camera, but the lighting's not as good in there. Plus I don't really have a good place to set up, and I color on a clipboard, which the poster's bigger than the clipboard, but it was totally worth the trade-off to have the warmth. And then I take it from the top to the bottom to get that shading on the bottom, so that I don't drag it all the way up. And I did color the top part of the cloud white. That wasn't really so that you could see the white, but I wanted to make sure that I had plenty of white to play with that black, because as you can see there, it can be pretty dark, but the white's really good in this set. Okay, so that gets how I did the clouds. I'm trying to move through the smaller things first, because like I said earlier, I'm trying to make this video a little bit shorter, and so that's why I'm trying to get through the smaller things, because a lot of it is like sameness, like the sky is all going to be the same. Whenever I start doing the tree trunks, that'll all be the same. So I'm trying to get them all worked into this one video, even though I'll be finishing it off camera before we move to the top part. Let's see. Oh, there it is. And then I'm going to use violet for the roof. And if I can get it out of here. Come on. I had the dropsies. Ochre for the rope holding it into the tree. There we go. I'm thinking when I did the houses, I should have put more blue on it. So I might go back and add some more blue. Oops. Okay. I just have that part of the rope. And let's see if this helps. Adding a second layer. It's bound to. Goodness. Everything's. Oops. I did not wipe off the ochre before I did that, so it still had the yellow on it. Ish, brown-ish. So I kind of have a blend in this house, but that's okay. It'll just look like the paint faded off the wood, which kind of looks faded anyway. This one worked out a little better. Okay. Then I have 2 bunny rabbits. I like want to add enough, but not too much. And I have no idea how to do that because I just haven't played with them enough. That's pretty well the color I wanted, so that worked out well. There. That takes care of the bunnies, and let's see, we already know what I'm doing with the sky. The ducks, oh my. I am going to leave them white, so I will add just a little bit of shading, hopefully just a little bit. Or they might be gray ducks, who knows. I'll have a chance to redeem myself with pencils on a different paper or on the larger one. Might be half green ducks by the time I pick up some of the green from the trees and stuff. I really like how that sky looks. Okay, duckies. Did I even add white? Yeah, I did. Okay. Hey, it's actually working out for these guys. Until I did that. Let's wipe that off. There. You couldn't probably see that on camera, but I did pick up some of the blue from this guy on that one wing, but it worked its way right off after I wiped my brush off. Okay, now we're down to the trees. Oh, and I don't know how to do these trees. I'm just going to put a little bit of black for some shadow. And we are going to find out how this works out. However, I'm kind of missing the tree and hitting the part that's going to be this guy. So, I don't have the best aim. I have to really get my head in there close right now for that side of the paper is just so far away. I was just going to use the dark brown, but I did that on the dirt road, and I really wanted it a little bit darker than that in the shadows, not necessarily darker than the road. Okay, so I basically outlined that with the black, and then I shall go in with the brown. My nose is starting to run from the coolness out here, but I just keep thinking, I'm almost done though. I can power through. I got this. I have so much trouble with my brown though. I'm going to add some white in here, so that's why I'm going really light in that part with the brown. And this is just to add a little bit of yellow because that brown has a lot of red undertone in it, which I like. That's fine, but I wanted to add this for these. And plus I was going to hit the top of this stump with it. And now for the white. I'm really hoping all this blends together. I guess I should have tried it out on a different paper. Why start that now? I've only ever done the sampling on another page, like, I want to say a year or so ago was probably the last time I did that. Anyway, whenever I was starting out and learning how to shade and stuff like that, that's when I did, where I would sample it on another page first. Now, I'm just like, if I mess it up, I can either fix it or change it, it's all fine. Like, I'm not worried about it. Rather than doing it twice, once per practice and again for the real thing. Like, I'm not selling it, so it's not that deep. I don't think I picked up enough white on that one. I guess I'll find out later what this is coming across like on camera. I hope my head's not in the way. I tried to put the camera on the other side this time, as opposed to how it was in my last 1 or 2 videos. I don't even remember. It's been so long since I posted from this this room, this series, both. I will probably, for those of you that are following my other color along, I will probably finish that up from this room as well. I was going to take it with us when we go back to Texas here soon. But I just don't want to lug all that stuff down there because we're not going to be down as long this time. So it can all just wait. But I am going to try to post an update on that one before we leave. I'm going to alternate that one and this one. Hopefully. If all goes according to plan. I may forget that by tomorrow. Because it's like, I don't even know what time it is. It was after 2 when I came back in here. So I'm just kind of half sleeping, half talking, half painting. I don't even know. So that's what I'm going to be doing with the tree. I may have to watch this video tomorrow to see what I'm doing with the tree. As far as what colors I put down for it and stuff, because I really like how it came out. This one right here on the video looks really black. I'm going to try to, doesn't look, I mean it looks blacker than the other ones in real life, but not like it does on the screen. So I might have to add some green. Now look what I did. Yeah, I think that looks better. And then this one, it's going to stay that way because I like it that way. Alright, I will cut this off and put the 2 videos together and see you next time.